Okay, we're done. Well, except cleanup, but looks like we got 4 solid pans of wax. I'll be curious to weigh all this. I'm guessing about 5 pounds, maybe a little more. So we'll see how that turns out. We went ahead and dumped all the slum out. So we got some scrubbing to do there, but this is now empty and unplugged. Down here we filled all the remaining garbage water in this bucket or bin, and we're gonna let that cool, and then we'll get rid of this, and we'll see if any layer of wax ends up forming on the top of that. We'll save it if it does. The few last this was where we started to realize we weren't getting any more wax, so we'll scrape that remaining wax off once it hardens, and we'll have that. But yeah, you know, 1, 2, 3, that one's deep and big, and then 4. So based on, you know, I sell wax, pound of wax or so, I'm gonna guess closer to 6 pounds probably. So that's pretty good. So not a bad process. I think I made one key mistake. So I was opening the big valve to find the wax line, and then once I found it, I used the strainer and started pouring wax into the silicone trays. I think what I was supposed to do was turn that off and switch to the little valve and pour the wax off there, getting much cleaner wax. So that was a process error. I do remember reading that in the instructions. You know, after I'm standing in this 100+ degree temperature sweating, I'm like, oh, I think I made a little mistake, but we'll see if it makes a huge difference. Probably just added a little extra work for myself, but I'll be real curious to see what happens. So, and we'll see how much extra we get off of these two. Maybe some in there, I doubt it. And so we'll give this a chance to harden up overnight. We'll come back, check it out in the morning, and then we'll do cleanup. So we'll do a weigh-in too, and we'll share that with you in a cleanup. So did it in the greenhouse here. So, you know, we have water out here. We have a big old fan, which I turn off just so I could talk to you. You can't hear if I turn it on. More water here in storage. So just about everything we need. And there were a few wasps and bees that came in the door with it open. But overall, no big deal. I thought it would attract a lot more attention than it did, and it didn't. So, yeah. So other than me just sweating, being drenched in sweat, you know, I don't think this is too bad. If I was ever to do it again, I'd try to do it in a day. Basically, get everything done to the point where you're letting the wax solidify overnight. So I started late in the day yesterday just because of work and other stuff, and wasn't able to get to it on a regular basis. Also, really boiled that probably longer than it was necessary. It was probably just a waste to boil it that long. But yeah, so some lessons learned. We'll improve the process as we go. But now the task is to get things cleaned up. So we'll work on that and get everything reset for the next time. So thanks.